Hi, everyone. This is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and I'm so excited to be with you today. We have been going through a whole series of talking about like our energy of our winter solstice, our grand conjunction, and kind of what can we do to kind of keep our energy moving forward. I have several topics to talk about today, but if you have any questions, please post them here on YouTube, and I will answer them the best I can. So before we get started, I thank you for joining in and supporting me in my business. And if you like and enjoy my content, please subscribe, like, share, and even comment. I have been answering all the comments that I've been getting. I love your questions. It kind of gives me an idea of what to work on for the next one. I am still debating whether if I'm going to do one on the 14th, which is in the middle of our full solar eclipse. And so I'm not really sure about that one. I'm kind of debating that one. I know I'll probably be live on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we'll be talking about some things that are still coming up. The lunar solar eclipse will be bringing up energy, and so it might be something that I might just do it where we're going to talk about things. But hopefully you have been working on your vision board. Vision boards are really important right now, and it's going to be pulling and amplifying the energy that's coming in on our planet. Thinking about what you want to draw into you. If that's a new job, if it's a new career, if it's finishing up school, a new love in your life, maybe a new house, maybe, it could be anything that you want to draw into you. So I often tell people one of the funny things about this is I did a vision board probably about 3 years ago, and you're supposed to do it once a year, and I didn't. But it's really kind of interesting to keep on to your old vision boards. And because I've had my one that I did 3 years ago out, it's really been interesting. When I was looking at it a few weeks ago, I realized like, wow, everything I wanted in my life besides one thing came true on that vision board. I had pictures of me and my kids together, our family pictures together. Even if they were just selfies, I just printed them out and put them on there. And let's see, I've got affirmation statements that I really love, ones that are like embedded in my heart now, that ones that are just like, oh my gosh, I just love that affirmation statement. So I put those on there. I drive my dream truck. I live in, we lived in this house for 20 years, but it's one of those like things that we fixed or upgraded or things that we've changed. So it's one of those, it's really important to get very clear about what you want. And the one thing that I didn't get is my porch swing, and it's because my porch is just too small. It's so tiny. You can't really get on the porch. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just too tiny to put a porch swing. And this was like a huge one. But it's one of those, that's the funny part, is just like everything that you dream or imagine comes through. So make sure that you're working on your vision board. And the best way to amplify what you're putting on your vision board is to really, great pictures are awesome. I am not an artist in any way, shape, or form, but if you are, you can do it that way. But you can also just draw stick figures. I have a couple of pictures that we printed out, like I said, selfies and that sort of thing. And then other ones are like just ones that I've drawn and just put the names underneath them. This is me, this is my husband, this is my, my daughter, my son, those sort of things, and just kind of amplifying that energy for us. But then the other assignment that I've given you is to work on your introduction. And I want you to really talk about what you have accomplished in your lifetime. Everything from like learning how to crawl, learning how to walk, how to overcome issues, how to overcome people that you thought were your friends but really aren't. All of that energy is really, really important for us to kind of keep in mind at this time. Like all of those things have made us stronger and made us who we really are. So any issues that we have been dealing with in the past, this is a really great time to allow that energy to come forward and kind of really take on that energy. Because I guarantee there are things that in your life that you went through or did or dealt with in some way, and you're just going like, wow, I can't believe at the time it was devastating. And now you're going, I can't believe I made it through. So make that on there. Any lessons that you've learned, how to keep true friends, how to be a true friend, how to do certain things. All of those things are really, really important. And putting those accomplishments down and reading it, like I am Ruth Theresa. I am a business owner. I am this. Those are really, really important. So the couple of topics that we're going to talk about today is where is your energy stuck? Um, um, what's holding you back from moving forward? Any kind of talking about like any of the new energy that's starting to come and upgrade your system, and kind of what does that feel like, and then dealing with others energy during this time frame. So I've had that a couple of people that called about that the last couple of days, and I just thought it was really interesting because so many times we don't think about the other people in our life, like we're upgrading us, but we may not be upgrading their energy as easily as we're upgrading our own. So kind of one of the things that I have found is talking to a lot of people is when where your energy is stuck. This is where you're going to have pains, stiffness. It may feel like your skin is pinching or pulling, pushing in, pulling out, all of that kind of thing. Headaches, joint pain, migraines, super nausea, all of that kind of stuff. And like where that is stuck in your system is telling you where you're stuck in your life. And because it's usually not a pain that you've, you had just once or twice. This is usually pains that you've had for quite a number of years, or you got injured a long time ago, and that's usually where that energy got stuck. Because any dis-ease in your body is going to cause issues, because that dis-ease, if it's not released, that energy isn't released, it will turn into a disease in some way. So it's really important to kind of understand that energy and just understand what's going on with that. If you are holding yourself back in some way, you could be going through high anxiety, depression, anger, frustration, feeling not yourself, feeling out of sorts, feeling like you're, like all thumbs, like you can't get anything done. You may feel really frustrated, angry. These are just some of the symptoms that I've heard from other people. I've not had them. I've just dealt with them very quickly and moved forward. And so that's kind of what I've helped several of my clients with, is just kind of like, let's deal with this so we can move forward. But if you're holding yourself back, and that's usually because you're afraid of something. You're afraid to face something. And that's kind of going back to our introduction to our new earth, to our new energy that's coming on our planet, is this energy is really, really strong, really, really powerful. And you've already been through so many things. I know sometimes like there's things in our childhood or things in our past that we are kind of like, I don't want to touch, I don't want to be around. This is kind of scary. Yet at the same time, you've already made it through it. It's okay for you to talk it. It's okay for you to speak those words. And maybe you talk to yourself in the mirror. You don't need to talk it out with someone else or go confront that person. You hurt me, way back when, and this is something that I'm still holding on to. It's something that's really, really important for you to understand that you've made it through already. So that's the important part. You've already made it through that part. Sorry, my throat is a little scratchy today. So if you're holding yourself back, you're going to be having the anxiety, the depression, that sort of thing. And that's because you're in fear of moving into something. Let's see. So the next part we're going to talk about is kind of like, where is our new energy shifting? And kind of like, as we move into this energy, what's shifting for us? What energy is coming up for us? Or upgrading in our system. So I've had a lot of people tell me that they have been dizzy, a little wobbly on their feet. They'll stand up and they'll be like, whoa, it felt like the room was spinning around, or it felt like I had a glass of wine and I really hadn't. So it's one of those, that's kind of that woozy, kind of dizzy feeling, feeling off balance. I've had several people fall, calm, like, oh my gosh, I can't really stand for a little bit. And I was like, go back to bed for a little bit and wake back up. Tingling anywhere that you're feeling tingly skin, not itchiness, tingling. You'll feel like a tingle come up, and it's one of those. I've had people talk about like their neck, their shoulders, their stomach area, different parts of their body, their legs, all the way down to their feet are going through this, especially their back. A lot of people have had a lot of tingling in their back. And this could also be buzzing in your ears, and it can be something that happens only intermittently, or it could be something that's happening all day long. These will come to a close at some point as the energy, we kind of balance out to their energy. Seeing sometimes what people told me about too is, and that's one of the reasons I'm wearing glasses instead of contacts today, is that our vision can be a little bit blurry, a little bit fuzzy for a few moments. It's one of those, as long as it comes back within 20 or 30 seconds, you're fine. It's one of those, but sometimes, like, I was trying to see something and it got a little dizzy, or I was trying to see something and it looked fuzzy. It wasn't like hard lines the way it's supposed to. So that's just something for us to understand that's coming in for us. These are all of the upgrades that we personally have been going through. Stuck energy, pain, stiffness, headaches, joint pain, back pains, all of those kind of things. Holding yourself back is when you kind of get into the nerve areas, the anxiety, the anger, the frustration, not feeling yourself, not feeling well, kind of just feeling out of sorts, that sort of thing. And then as we kind of shift into the new energy, we may be feeling a little dizzy, a little off balance, a little wobbly, a little tingly, buzzing ears, fuzzing, seeing things that are a little bit fuzzy. Now, on top of all of that, we could be feeling all of that because there could be, this is the last subject, here we go. The last part is dealing with other people's energy during this time frame. So sometimes in our life, we have people that are jealous of us or angry at us or whatever it is, and they're connected to us. Sometimes it's friends or family, and they're connected to us. And sometimes they aren't able to work through their triggers. And it's kind of like a jealousy thing, like, oh, so Susie Q seems like she's doing okay, or she never has any problems, or whatever it is. And they'll throw their negative energy at us. And then we could be amplifying all of this again. So that's kind of something important to understand, that this energy coming in, other people are going to be overwhelmed if they haven't been working on their issues, if they haven't been dealing with their stuff, if they haven't cleansing up, and you have been, they're going to go, wow, she's doing great, or he's doing great. And they're going to start throwing that negative energy at us. So it's something really important to keep in mind for us as we go through all of this. This is the cool part, is if it's not ours, it's a little bit easier to clean off. And then we need to push that energy back towards them, because it's one of those, it's like, it's your job. This is your job to get this done. It's not my job to help you cleanse. Now, you could show them my videos. You could talk them through some of the things that we've talked about. And that's a good thing to do, but it's not necessarily your job to cleanse out their energy or to assist them in cleansing out their energy. That's their responsibility. And some of these people I've talked to have, people that I've known, clients telling me like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling this, and I don't feel it connected to them. I feel it connected to someone else. And they are just like, wow, I would have never thought this person sending me this type of negative energy. And I said, it's usually because they are feeling overwhelmed, and for them, they see that your life may be light or easy, or that's the way they think about it. They don't think about you having issues or other problems. So that makes it a little bit different, a little bit harder in some ways, because usually it's family members or close friends, and they're not working through their stuff. And so that can affect their energy. And then sometimes they'll throw that at us. So it's one of those, I had one of them last night that I was talking to, and she was telling me that it was her sister who was doing it. And so she sent my link to her sister. And so her sister listened to all the videos, and she was supposed to be on today. I don't know if she is or not. But this is really important for us to have that energy, that information to keep working through things. If you're getting triggered, go back to those 2 videos where I talk about being triggered and how to deal with those and how to work through those. We should be working with triggers all the time. Anything that triggers us, we need to be like, oh, wow, I need to be in immediate action of clearing this out, so I don't stay stuck in this energy, so I can keep moving forward, so I can keep my life on track. Because no one really wants to be triggered by things from the past. It's one thing to remember something. That's not what we're talking about. It's not like an old memory coming forward. It's one of those, it can be something that like I said, those string of pearls of like, this really got to me, or I felt this overwhelming energy. And then you kind of go back in time and find those other pearls. But go back to those videos and find them. And I do have them listed below here on this one for today. I think this is lesson 8. So this is a really good energy to be in or to fix. I will be, like I said, be doing a couple more videos as we get closer to December 21st and working through this energy with you. Let's see, is there anything else I need to talk to you guys about? I know like I said, other people are having triggers, and it's one of those, usually they have no idea how to remove those triggers. And so that's something that you can step up and kind of like, hey, this is what I learned, or this is the video where I learned it, and send that video to them, or to talk to them about it and help them move through this, help them move through what's keeping them stuck. And they may have lots of triggers. Some people have lots and lots of triggers. And if you had a hard childhood, under the age of like 18 or 20 years of age, that's going to be more overwhelming. Yet at the same time, it's something important for us to work through. It's something that we should already be working through. And it's something that we should be dealing with as soon as those triggers happen. We should be moving through this energy and not hanging on to that old stuck energy. I think that's most important to understand, is not letting those triggers overwhelm you. And really, I think several of my clients were talking or chatting with me last night, and we were talking about doing the introduction, and they thought that was just an amazing lesson. And I said, I think this is something I'm going to start doing for myself. As we get closer to the new year, kind of like introducing myself to the new year. What have I accomplished? Not only what I accomplished as a child or a teenager or a young adult, but what have I accomplished this past year? What did you accomplish in 2020? What have you got through that you didn't think you could? Because I know 2020 has been very difficult for a lot of people. Being at home, it's one of those, being stuck at home where you're with people all the time, you never get a break, being concerned that you may not be able to get the items that your family requires because of runs on the store, like not enough toilet paper or paper towels or those sort of things. And that can be overwhelming for us. I know several clients that were kind of freaking out at the beginning because they have medication that they have to take daily. And so kind of like, oh my gosh, am I going to be able to get my medication? Am I going to be able to do with this? Those kind of things, getting through that and writing it like, I made it through this, a pandemic like no other on our planet that we know of. I mean, even the Spanish flu in the early 1900s was different, and how people dealt with it was different. So this is kind of a new thing for this generation to go through. How are you going to say you did on this? How would you like to write that out as an introduction to this new energy coming on our planet in just a few weeks? How are you going to introduce that? How are you going to introduce your energy to that energy and tell them what you've been through this year and what you've accomplished, things that you didn't think you were going to make it through, things that you thought you couldn't change or take care of or deal with very well. Working from home or getting fired, or how do you deal with not getting the supplies that you need? How did you deal with all of that? It's one of those things have eased on our planet, but that's something that we've all been through. Writing that in your introduction is really important for yourself. I am going to do a quick meditation. So I have several people told me that they loved the last one. So we're going to kind of just this one's just a quick meditation, and it's really, if you're driving a car or vehicle, stop or don't listen to this part of it. It's just going to be very relaxing, and pick it up another time. This is just a great quick meditation. So we're going to start with a deep breath in through our nose, down and through our chest, and all the way back out. One more time. In through our nose, down and through our chest, and all the way back out. I'd like you to focus in on things that you've accomplished and say it that way. I have accomplished, and then fill in the blank. I have accomplished making it through 2020. I have accomplished delivering supplies to my family. I have accomplished changing jobs, or all of those things that you've gone through. Think about all of that things that you have accomplished. What have you accomplished? One more time. I have accomplished, and fill in your blank. I have accomplished, and fill in your blank. One more. I have accomplished in 2020. Filling in your blank. What have you accomplished in your life? What are the things that you thought were going to overwhelm you or hold you back, and have actually spurred you forward? I have accomplished. I have overcome. Thinking about all the things that you've overcome in your life. Repeat after me. I am strong. I have accomplished many things in my life, like I am loved by our divine creator. I choose to release old triggers with ease and comfort. I know in the bottom of my heart, my divine creator conspires in my favor in every day and in every way. Relaxing your energy and taking one last deep breath in through your nose, down and through your chest, and all the way back out. I thank you for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will be doing another one. I will be posting about it, what day is going to work best for me. But I want you to know that these videos, I'm making them for you. I'm purposely making them for you. I'm making them so that you can work through these issues and work through your triggers. I am making them for you to listen to. Okay, so I thank you for joining me. If you really like the video, please like and share and comment. And I will be live. I will probably most likely be live on Monday for a little bit, and we'll probably be doing a meditation during our lunar eclipse. Even though we're not visible, it's not visible to us. I will still do it because we will still feel that energy from where we are. I thank you so much for joining me, and I know you're going to have an amazing day. Talk to you soon.